Well, hey, thanks for tuning in. If we've never met, my name is Corey Murphy. I am teaching apologetics and church history this year at Conestoga. Thanks again for being willing to kind of flex with us. I apologize for not being able to be at back to school night. I am a part-time teacher. I'm also a full-time pastor at Branch Life Church in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. So getting to teach is one of the things that I love to do, but sometimes my schedule doesn't allow me to do the full-time teaching schedule. But hey, good to meet you. I hope that we get the chance to meet in person in the coming days. I just want to give you a little bit about myself and then explain a little bit about the class, since we won't get the chance to connect next week on back to school night. I grew up going to Conestoga, graduated from Conestoga in 2007, and now I live in Pottstown with my family working for Branch Life Church. Last year was my first year teaching at Conestoga, and I've coached soccer at Conestoga and doing that this year. I think this is my 7th year, something like that. So really enjoyed coaching high school soccer, but last year was my first year teaching, and I really enjoyed that. Just taught apologetics. This is my second year coming into apologetics, ready to teach that, and I'm also taking on 2 church history classes in the high school as well. I love apologetics. It's one of my passions. It's one of the reasons I am a Christian today. And so being able to share that with students, I've been a student ministry pastor for the last 10 years. So being able to share that with students and really build into them in a classroom setting has been really awesome. And our class last year went great. And so I'm really excited to jump in this year as well with some new students, get to know some students that I know from the soccer field or just from being around, being able to get to know them even better, and then get to meet some students that I've never had before. So you might say, what are we going to do in apologetics? Well, we're going to start off the year with some just biblical basics. We're going to dive into the year slowly and make sure everybody's on the same page. Biblical basics, because we have to understand how to read the Bible in order to interpret it in an apologetic way, and being able to use then scriptures in our apologetic arguments. So we're going to start off slow, and then we are really going to dig in. We're going to look at science in the Bible. We're going to look at the historicity of Scripture. We're going to look at the reliability of Scripture. We're going to look at why we can believe Jesus actually did die and rise from the dead, why he was actually a real person. We're going to look at the relevance of truth and what that means and how we define what truth is. And then near the end of the year, what we do is we shift gears a little bit and we start to look at some topics in culture and then how we approach those in an apologetic manner. So we'll go over things like racism, homosexuality, things like that, where students are dealing with, what do I do with topics like this, and what does the Bible say about it? Even things like abortion, and how do I have conversations with people in a way that is loving, but in a way that speaks truth? And how do I take these matters of culture and how do I navigate them for myself? One of the things that's really important to me as we take this class is, this is a class that I want to be able to equip students as they walk out of Conestoga's doors, whether they're a coming senior, it's going to be just this year, or it's 2 years or 3 years from now, that they are able to take Scripture and apply it to their lives and know why they believe what they believe, to have a foundation in why they believe it, and then be able to go to that foundation when these topics come up that are more difficult to navigate. And when they do get there, then they go back to what they know they believe and start from there, instead of simply what they want to believe or what they think is right. They'll go back to Scripture and understand what Scripture teaches and then move from there. So that's kind of our year in a very, very brief nutshell. But again, I'm so thankful that you tuned in. I'm excited to get to meet you in the future. I am going to be at school on Monday and Wednesday this coming week. I think that's the 19th and the 21st in the evening for soccer practice. So if you would like to meet up in person and chat a little bit, please just let me know. Shoot me back an email, or I have my phone number listed in this email as well. Please just let me know that you'd like to come and what time, and I will make myself available to be able to catch up with you a little bit then. But other than that, just let me know if you have any questions. I'm excited for this year, and I'm excited to get to know your students a little bit better. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.